and welcome to the Royal Byron Foundation video diary for the Flight for Sight. My name's Jared Gossens, and with the Flight for Sight we have, I suppose, a team of 6 people, both in Michael Coates, Phil, Jane, Tegan and Peter.
Deputy Chief Executive Officer Jared Gossens, piloting an ultralight aircraft around rural and regional Queensland, stopping at 17 rural and regional cities along the way.
Journey, we were able then to travel from Archerfield to Warwick, where we caught up with the Mayor of Warwick and a few of the dignitaries out there. It was very much, I suppose, a much better day out there, or much better afternoon out there, where despite the wind and despite the rain, it didn't prevent us from getting there, but I suppose very much the flies. Through the patience of the media, we're able to establish some great media coverage through both a flight of just over 2 hours long, and arriving in Longreach, we had a chance to catch up with the Mayor and have a very brief look at the Qantas Museum. Travel from Harvey Bay via Sunshine Coast and back to Archerfield. The trip to date has been absolutely sensational from a media point of view. Received great coverage both from electronic and print coverage. I think that despite the size of them, people have been really impressed with the size of the planes. Today in Harvey Bay we have a chance to take up a young child, Todd, who is also vision impaired.
So I suppose in a funny sort of way to get a good look at myself and simply the world around me. You know, not being able to see your wife or your son. You know, at times you sort of sit back and you think, well, you know, it would be really nice just to be able to do that. And whether it's only just for a couple of seconds, that would be sensational.
I always tell him that I can't wait till he's about 40. I want to see what kind of man he turns into as years go on. He's only 27, so you can sort of picture the kind of brilliant man he's going to actually become. I get to watch it.
Also behind this extraordinary man is a loyal group of guide runners, like marathon champion Pat Carroll. Their support is key to Jared's ultimate success.
I think it's much easier than what I used to do in Melbourne when I was running by keeping one foot in the gutter and one foot in the road and running to the gym instead of running into parked cars on my own. Now I can do it with a partner.
Since Jared can't actually look around and pick certain people out, I'm going to, because I suppose I just wanted to say thank you very much. It is a continuing battle to try and find people who feel comfortable enough to run with a man who is blind, and a man who is trying to reach for the stars.
Blind since birth. His guide dog Joey is his eyes, and his other senses are heightened to compensate.
Through the heat of something you can feel it rather than just having to look at it. There are many little indicators you can use with the other senses to pick up on things you may need to know around the house or even just walking throughout the street.
At 16, Jared was the youngest Australian to use a guide dog, and he says he hasn't looked back.
From the age of 16 onwards, I have achieved more than I achieved in the 16 years before that. Really, the mobility, the independence, the self-esteem and the confidence is remarkable.
At $12,000 to training for a Cairns to Brisbane fundraising run. The 2,000-kilometre run later this year will take 13 days to complete. But Jared says a guide dog isn't the answer for all visually impaired people.
And they may be allergic to a dog, and that's why we've started training poodles now as guide dogs, because they have a woolen coat and they're quite suitable for a person with a hair allergy. And we also have what we call labradoodles. And labradoodles are a cross between a Labrador and a poodle.
Jared says Joey has greatly increased his mobility and changed his life.
Big games, and then you'll see the Paralympic Games.
Jared lives by the motto that success is a journey, not a destination. So far on that journey, he's completed 5 Cairns to Brisbane runs, represented Australia at the Atlanta Paralympic Games, and he's run in over 10 marathons.
Ready, go!
A loud pink shoelace links coach and runner at training. For Ed Salmon, he has the added responsibility of acting as Jared's eyes.
Rockhampton's Jared Gossens and his Army colleagues celebrate the end of the Mirage 2000 Run for Mobility.
We look about raising $40,000 for the trip, but hopefully we'll raise a bit more this afternoon during the Tropicana Festival.
The team ran straight into the Gold Coast's most colourful day, the only sunny day of the year when there's more people on the streets than on the beach.
Give Jared Gossens a big round of applause.
For soaking up the sun and having some goodos.
Lying around eating dog bickies.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, does it?
It sounds like a tough life. Yeah. Jared.
Are you ever concerned about Joey, like, stopping before a road, or like stopping?
Or like taking off at 1,000 miles an hour when you're hanging on the end?
Jared, our guide dogs at the Guide Dog Association are very, very well trained, and for example, it costs our association anywhere from $12,000 to breed, train and place one guide dog, so they're very specially trained. What we have here is basically quite a few electronic aids which a person who's blind or visually may use, and they send in a pulse and it comes back to the electronic aid and sends out a vibration. As a person gets closer, the faster the vibration will become. So many electronic devices which a person who's blind or visually impaired may use to get around either from home to school or from here to the milk bar.
What about the little headset one? What's that?
Sure, that sends out the same sort of pulse as a little vibration, but when it comes back to the person, it gives them a little audio sound. The person wears it on their head, and as they get closer to an object, the faster the audio sound will become and higher the pitch as well. So it's a very neat little device.
Okay, well, let's have some more questions from our audience. Brie.
Jared, how do you cope not being able to see what we can see, and how do you cope not being able to see our faces? Or?
Okay, well, if I can't see, I can also do many other things. I can hear and I can touch, so there are many ways a person can get over things apart from seeing them. And also people can describe things to me. For example, I go to the movies a lot, and people can describe the movies and I can hear what's happening on the movie set as well.
Jackie.
Do you ever get embarrassed about being blind?
No, not really. No, it's quite good. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, and it's nothing to be proud about either. It's something that you have to accept, and that's what sighted people have to accept as well. Just because I'm blind doesn't make me any less out person.
Meet some of the children who go to New Farm. Oh, look. Oh, that's good. Oh, good boy. That's pretty.
This is for Jared. Do you always trust Joey?
Yeah, sure. Joe is my companion. He's more like a son to me, and I place my trust in Joey every day, and he lives up to those expectations.
Just a quick one from Jed.
If you're just waking up in the morning and you want to have some breakfast and you're all alone, how do you find the utensils like the spoon and the plate?
Okay, Jed, what you often find is when a person gets up at the toilet at night, they know where the toilets are by just walking there. And it's a matter of memory and knowing where things are. You don't need to guide a dog in the house to walk around. You can walk around on your own by knowing where the cupboards are and the doors are.